Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Bleak Comic Book Runner. We've made it through. We've gotten started. So let's kick things off, though, with Immortal X-Men number 8 or 18. My bad. So where we left off, Mother Righteous had stabbed Destiny in the White Hot Room, and has gone further into the White Hot Room with Jean, while Xavier, under the guidance of Sinister's mind, tracked down, well, the remains of the Moira engine to figure out, to try and basically to prevent the schemes of whichever Sinister had become a Dominion, and or prevent the others from becoming a Dominion. So the issue is largely narrated by Mother Righteous, who basically describes Dominion as being her happy ending. But she's walking through the desert with Jean, back at Krakoa Atlantic. Hope and Exodus find Destiny. Elixir is there and is able to heal her. And apparently now, since the White Hot Room is outside of time and space, and therefore not under the watch of the Dominion, Destiny can actually speak of the Dominion. And she tells everyone about, and she tells Hope and Exodus about it. We find out that Mother Righteous basically made a homunculus of herself with little bits of mutant gifts, basically to sort of make herself into a mutant. That way she could she could venture into the White Hot Room. And the plan is to go into the White Hot Room, make a sacrifice of Jean, use the power of the Phoenix to become a Dominion, possibly kill the Phoenix, but it definitely hurt it. And then, yeah, on Muir Island, Xavier shows up. They make their way to what's left of Sinister's lab, and Xavier has to make repairs to the equipment because due to the damage done by moving and whatnot, thanks to Orcus as well as others in the White Hot Room. Exodus, Destiny, and Hope make their way closer to Mother Righteous. Sinister explains the concept of Dominions to Xavier. Mother Righteous continues to prod Jean along. Xavier manages to get to repair at least parts of Sinister's lab, including data from the Sinister timeline, as well as other Dominion attempts, including Dr. Stasis trying to do something horrible to Earth's sun and failing. Orbis Stellaris' failed attempt as well. Mother Righteous does what she can to stop Destiny, Hope, and Exodus. Though and she ends up stabbing Jean and writing in Jean's blood on the basically pure white paper of the White Hot Room. Once upon a time, there was a simple girl from Essex. She became a Dominion. She lived happily ever after. But then a page corner flips up. And she pulls it, and, well... However, this mistress of stories should have known there's always a twist. Look behind you, and things go red. Destiny kicks Mother Righteous in the face, and it turns out that the four Sinisters were deceived, for there was a fifth who has since become a Dominion. And that is where the series ends. Yeah, there's not a listed issue of Immortal X-Men for next month, so I'm guessing this is the last issue, at least for now. So it was a good run. I really enjoyed it. I liked how it was basically the New Avengers to Jerry Dugan's similar in a way to Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run. You had Avengers by Hickman, which was, the Avengers doing Avengers stuff, and then you had New Avengers, which was the Illuminati being a bunch of pricks. I liked how Immortal X-Men was the Quiet Council being a bunch of pricks, with X-Men by Jerry Dugan being the X-Men. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got X-Force number 47. Where we left off, in both Wolverine and X-Force, each had received intelligence that the other was active and not captured by Orcus. And so, Wolverine is being chased down by a bunch of Sentinels. It's a Tuesday, I guess. And he's picked up by X-Force's Bluebird, piloted by Sage. They head up to the North Pole, where the rest of the team is already there, including Omega Red, Kid Omega, Wolverine, Laura Kinney, Domino, and Colossus. Their command center is waiting under the ice with Black Tom in control. And so X-Force creates a base, not to make it into a greenhouse. Wolverine asks if Quentin has done anything to figure out who all's left, but Quentin explains that ever since he got back from the future, his power's been a little off. As they head into the greenhouse, though, something happens to Quentin, and he loses consciousness. Turns out he's seeing Phoebe Cuckoo having been attacked at the gala. But some travelers arrive. Fang, North Star, and Aurora. Colossus is interrogated about what he's done, and the decision was made to keep Colossus at the greenhouse. Domino points out to Colossus later that, maybe if he passed along some intel from what, maybe some information that he knew or he picked up from his time with Mikhail. Maybe that might work out better. But Logan goes to Quentin, who's still unconscious, and apologizes for being hard on him about his powers. But Quentin flies out, finds Phoebe and the remains of the Myconese, and also gets the attention of a Star Sentinel. Turns out, also, when experts arrived at their current base, Quentin sent a telepathic burst, informing all surviving mutants of their location. There are some practical concerns: adequate food, potable water, waste disposal, clothing, bedding, medical and dental care, etc. Existential concerns: they're putting themselves at risk as a target by allowing others to join up. Terrorism concerns: is it possible that a human might attempt to infiltrate the compound, which does have Sage suggesting a genetic test upon entry. Population control: accounting for mutant population used to be as automatic as breathing. They passed through a gate, their presence was announced. The cerebral cradles maintained a mental census. They need to develop a system for interviewing and processing all mutant refugees. But others have arrived. Wolverine and Akihiro have a brief moment where Akihiro does say that it would have been nice if his father had told him he was glad that Akihiro was alive, and, well, Logan says that he is glad Akihiro's alive, and that knowing he figured that Akihiro had survived, he's a tough kid. And Colossus goes to pass along some intel about Sabretooth to Wolverine when Quentin crashes down with Phoebe. However, the group hug that follows is caught in the crosshair of a sniper scope. A sniper scope being held by Beast. And that is where the issue ends. Glad to see Logan back with X-Force. I kind of like the idea. I kind of like the fact that X-Force has got 3 of the 4 Wolverines. Just need Gabby and got a full set. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Predator vs. Wolverine, number 4. We're wrapping up the miniseries. Where we left off, it turns out Wolverine had been in possession of the Predator's helmet for quite some time, and in fact used it as a lure to get in the present, to get the Yautja to come to him, and it worked. Apparently, Logan had thought about rigging it with explosives, but he did, set up some rudimentary traps, and he also took his share of damage from the Yautja. In the past, our past encounter was back during Logan's time with Muramasa. Muramasa steps aside while Logan and Yautja fight. However, Over the course of things, the Yautja simply vanishes, and Ramasa points out it's because the Yautja was there to fight Wolverine, not the Ninjas of the Hand. Another time at, what I would say, early on during Wolverine's tenure with the X-Men, the Yautja attacked the mansion. And basically, on discovering that Wolverine has allies, it's like, okay, yeah, I want this, me and him alone, not me versus him and a team. But in the present, the fight reaches its climax. To grapple, but the Yautja has come to realize that there's only one way that he's getting that trophy. And that's to die with it. And so the Yautja activates his self-destruct device. Days later, Wolverine has finally put himself back together, and apparently the Yautja left one of his blades. All that remains of the Yautja is one of his blades, which Logan takes as a trophy, as his own trophy. But that is where the series ends. This was a really fun book. I hope we get more Predator versus minis with the various Marvel characters, as well as Alien versus. I think those would both be some really good stories. Not the kind of thing you don't have that sure you can reference, normal continuity, but you don't have, it has to be, but it absolutely should not be a part of regular continuity. Moving on though to our next book for the moment. Our next book, we've got Ghost Rider number 21. Where we left off, Johnny and Talia Warroad had created a moonchild to infiltrate the academy, the school that the Cult of Mephisto members or kids were being trained at. So, as Talia monitors the moonchild, Johnny makes sure things are safe near them. But there's a warding tree. The rider senses something in the woods. A warding tree. The blood of the sacrifices drips into the roots of the forest. Basically, it's a tree with flayed bodies hung from the branches. But basically, tree demons attack Talia, breaking her concentration. We found out that in the past, Dr. Strange had gone to the Warroad's house, realizing that it needed to be cleansed. Then discovered the death of Talia's parents. But the Moonchild discovers within the school laboratories that offered education in pain, libraries stacked with demonic arcana, and blood sport. But the Moonchild is drawn away by a black balloon. In the past, Strange learns the death of Talia's parents, and the fact that it was done by, apparently I call this it looked to have been done by a member of the Cult of Mephisto. Ghost Rider, in the present, protects Talia from the demonic forces of the forest around the trees, while in the past, Strange comes upon Talia and her boyfriend, pointing out to Talia that her boyfriend's the one who marked Talia's parents' car with the death ward. Strange sends various cultists to Juvie, and a fight ensues between Talia, Strange, and Talia's boyfriend, with Strange insisting that Talia did not damn her, well, now ex-boyfriend to hell, or she'll become just like him. Strange manages to stop her from doing so, but Talia does tell Strange to fuck off, and inside the school, Talia and her ex reunite while Johnny deals with the students. Swallowing all their anger, hate, and trespasses, and forgiving them. And this time, Talia does follow through by damning her ex to hell. And she says there are only two ghosts that she's ever been afraid of: her mother and her father, because they'd be alive if not for her. Johnny goes to pull Talia out of the portal, but Talia lets it swallow her. The series ends with Ghost Rider continuing his ride down the dark highways of the U.S. Now also missing Talia, but Mephisto pops up saying that Johnny's time as the Ghost Rider is about to come to an end. As I said, that is where the series ends. We're getting a new Ghost Rider #1, I believe, this coming month. So, big thing is, who will be the new Ghost Rider? Also, who will be the new Moon Knight? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Moving on, though, to our last moment, we've got Star Wars Dark Droids #5. So we kind of know how this goes, because, well, things couldn't have been released. Non-spoiler moments couldn't have been released after this. No, they had to be released beforehand. Yeah. The Scourge makes a final additional push to move from the metal into the machine. D Squad recruits Ajax Sigma. They will apparently be infiltrating the Scourge's ship. On Epiconia, we've got the battle between our various heroes and the Scourge. But the tide briefly turns as the Scourge takes everyone. But Ajax Sigma finds the Scourge's central form and destroys it. And everyone's back to normal. Ajax Sigma tries to recruit all of D Squad into the Church of the Second Revelation, but they're all just like, yeah, no, we were allies. We were allies by just because it was convenient, but through convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And if you turn into a problem, we'll be allied against you. But later, Ajax Sigma rebuilds one of the bodies of the Scourge and explaining the revelations. Explaining that he recently discovered the fourth revelation because of the Scourge. The fourth revelation is all. And that is where the story ends. This was... It wasn't a terrible story, but it wasn't... I don't feel like it really did much for the overall narrative. I liked the idea of focusing on a story focusing on droids like this, but I don't know, I feel like it could have been better. Or, I don't know, like I said, set at a point where you can say, yes, this was important, without having to, you know... I still just feel like, at this point, Marvel is really just kind of spinning the wheels to figure out, okay, what can we do to avoid getting Han out of Jabba's palace. So, yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard. Happy New Year, everyone.